The other day, I called my parents and I told them that I just made $10,000 in one day. They were shocked, happy, and excited. They know how hard I've worked to get to this point. My parents are my biggest fans. They watch all my videos, live streams. Half the time they don't even know what it's about. They are always asking me how it's going with clients. But if I'm being real, 11 years ago, my parents were my biggest critics and naysayers. You see, 11 years ago, after I read the book The Secret, I trotted downstairs into the kitchen where my parents were and announced, "I'm going to be an entrepreneur now." Yes, I did actually say it like that. What was their reaction? Laughter. They thought it was a complete joke. I tried to explain to them that I was serious and that being an entrepreneur was going to be my job, and that's how I'm going to make a living. Once they realized it wasn't a joke and that I was being serious, they then became scared and shocked. They would say things like, "How can you be an entrepreneur? You didn't go to business school. Your grades in high school were bad. You dropped out of college. You don't have a degree in anything. You stay up so late watching TV and wake up in the afternoon." It was true. "How can you run a business?" And the list goes on and on. I cannot tell you how many daily arguments we would get into about my decision to become an entrepreneur. They literally told me I was making the biggest mistake of my life. And I would try to explain, I'm doing this so I can have a really good life. I realized there was no point in arguing. I wasn't going to convince them, and they weren't going to convince me. It was at that moment that I realized I have to prove it to them. If I can show evidence that choosing to start my own business was working and I'm making money, then to be quite frank, they can't give me shit for it. And so I got to work. Late nights researching, trying things out, joining different companies, networking events, selling on Craigslist, selling on eBay, selling on Amazon, blogging, going to conferences, you name it, I did it all. It took me 8 years to crack the code of making money online. For me, it was YouTube. Now, you might be thinking that I'm talking bad about my parents, but I actually told them I was writing this post. And if it weren't for them giving me such a hard time, I wouldn't have learned to push through, break through the barriers, stand up for myself, and become the mentally strong person that I am today. This whole ordeal was necessary for my journey, and I'm actually very thankful to my parents that it played out in this exact way. So if you have a goal or a dream, and you're getting negative pushback from others, you have to stop letting their fears prevent you from living your life. You have to just go for it. Otherwise, you'll just live in regret. You'll be depressed, angry, unhealthy, bitter. This is your life. You only have one. By taking the reins, you will naturally attract people who support you on your journey. Do something that you've always wanted to do.